Hello and welcome back. Now that we have defined our listening engine and our strategy, I want to extract the ideas. And extraction, I'm saying extraction for LinkedIn because extraction very much depends on the channel you're extracting for, right? Here we kind of have a crossroads of it's a very different approach if I want to go for YouTube videos, for instance, where algorithms work differently. LinkedIn is generally more short form content. But it's not as short as Twitter, right? Twitter content might look very different again. Some of these things you can repurpose, like short form video works on different platforms. TikTok is different again. PR is different again, right? If I want to write scientific articles, so we have clients in the biotech and deep tech space. It's very different, and extraction depends a lot on the channel. So here you have to really play channel excellence. And that also goes to show that it's actually difficult to have too many channels at once in your content marketing. Um, thought leadership usually starts with one channel, one key message, and then building from there. So most companies kind of work on too many channels at once. So let's go into extracting and specifically focusing this on LinkedIn. So this can be useful for you. The way I approach this is with a matrix. This is usually quite eye-opening model. I got the matrix idea from Justin Welch, kind of built my own idea over time from this. And the matrix idea is basically a two-dimensional matrix that we use our sparks as a filter for our ideas here. And I'll show you in practice how that works, because we'll now go in and use our sparks to fill out the content matrix. And our matrix, of course, is here in our in our course materials. And you had seen my sparks earlier here. And I want to take my spark one and I'll copy paste that here into my matrix that you'll find here. And this is my spark one. And basically I'll just take my opinions here. And then basically what I'll do is I'll go into my ideas and I'll kind of filter them through those sparks to actually create content ideas at scale. So here let me access my notes, and here is my idea backlog, right? So this is my idea backlog. This is proprietary data. Yeah. So I have an idea here that I had, so the idea here was clarity, words to associate with, and repetition. So this is an idea I had here to make a post or content about the aspect of clarity. Clarity in content means there are certain words that need to come back, and there is a repetition element to this. So let's play this idea a little bit. So if I would filter this element, like usually I would have multiple sparks here. So let me do this properly. I will take all my sparks here. Okay, and I'll put them in here and put them in here. And now I'll take, this like clarity. So this is more for an actionable thing here. So I need to have words to associate with marketing and repeat them as often as I can. So what spark would that fit in? I think this would probably fit into my content and marketing. Content is what fuels a marketing machine spark, right? So if I kind of permutate this, if I take the idea of, okay, I need to repeat and I need to be clear where I repeat constantly, and this will fuels the marketing machine. There's now different formats here that I can use, and I have these formats here are commonly used ones that work really well, but I have many, many more formats you can tap into. So the idea is now that I will actually use those formats to quickly spun off ideas. Okay, so I need to repeat things. So one post, so I need to repeat that's kind of my key insight here. I need to repeat ideas and make it clear for my customers. It kind of resonates with this spark here. So one observation could be like, hey, I don't see enough content marketers repeat or their content. That's an observation I have. I don't see it. How to could be an idea of, okay, how can I distill the clarity of my idea to one idea, step-by-step guide. Or another one could be like, okay, how can I repeat my content? This is like how to is like make it very actionable. How can I repeat my content without sounding too repetitive? This is one, right? Motivational would be like, maybe that's like, hey, I posted this thing, it bombed. And the next time I wrote it, the next time I posted it differently, it became my most successful post ever. Okay. Analytical, how do other creators approach repurposing? And admittedly, this is a very weak idea, right? But like by using this X by Y matrix here, I had one idea that actually came up with basically 5 post ideas pretty fast. And not all of these will be great post ideas, right? So, but there's also things like a spicy take. What's a hot take I have here? So there's different ideas I can spun this through. So by kind of going back and forth with my opinions here and then turning them with the kind of insight ideas I have, I can actually create a lot of content ideas at once, right? So often when we do this with clients, within half an hour, we'll actually generate probably like 50, 60 post ideas, and then 20 of them are actually good, right? And you can imagine that if you do that properly, like over and over again, you actually generate a lot of ideas. And you can also use AI to help you with that a little bit. And I actually want to show you an example here of how one of the prompts that I have here, my hook writer, actually works pretty well with this. So, and I start with the outline. Okay, so that's my outline prompt, right? And I use a tool called Raycast for my AI stuff. That's basically this one here, and this is my prompt. Okay, I have my prompt here. Create a LinkedIn post outline based on the following format. And my idea here is, okay, I posted this thing, it bombed. The next time I posted a different became most successful post ever. Let's say this, like again, this is like I wouldn't actually use it in that way. It's way too generic. But I'm just going to show you an example of how you can use those prompts here actually to start something. And this, my key statement here is this. And my input is here. So I want to have a key statement. My key statement is I posted this LinkedIn post. It bombed, and next time I post differently, it became most of the post ever. The target emotion is disbelief, and my industry context is I am a content marketing and B2B thought leadership consultant. My key data points in this one could be first post had 800 views, second one 20k, or let's make it 200k. Okay, let's just run this through it and let's see what the AI comes up with here. So what's the example here? So they came up with a post here, same post, 2 attempts, 250k difference in 250x difference in views. That's not a typo. Let me show you what changed. Okay, so that's a post idea I have here, and now I want to do the same thing. I want to run this actually through my hook generator. Let's see what kind of hooks it suggests me here, right? And again, I'm going to copy paste my prompt here, and I will also look at, okay, this post I made here, and this is my LinkedIn post. And now this prompt will come up with hooks for me, and let's see how those sound like. And it actually will provide 8 of them. So what do we have here? Same post, 250x more views. Think LinkedIn says about perfect content? Let me show you why you're wrong. 800 views versus 200,000 views. Same message, drastically different results. The secret wasn't what I said, it's how I said it. So I made a mistake on LinkedIn. I accidentally got me 250 more views. Here's surprising lesson I learned. So these are hooks to start with, right? So these AI prompts actually go pretty far. I have quite managed to write a LinkedIn post. And in my opinion, also, we shouldn't override those things. But these are kind of starting points that you can use to create more useful content or more engaging content with AI. Yeah, that closes our chapter on the content matrix. I actually have one more note for you here. There's different phases, awareness, consideration, right? Like funnel stages, like we used to call them, right? But even if we don't use the funnel as a methodology, we can still use this idea to actually create even more content ideas, because in our framework here, like we can actually go and try to go a level deeper. We have like now, let's say the post here how do other creators approach repurposing, right? Shitty post idea, but I'm going to use a really hard one to kind of show you how this framework can work. Like, this can be an awareness post, right? So kind of like a really broad one. How do creators approach repurposing? And a more conversion-oriented version of this could be like, hey, my cheat sheet on how on a process to approach repurposing, comment to get the dog, right? Just getting another idea of the same post and kind of squeezing the juice a little bit here. That doesn't mean you have to post the same stuff all the time, but with this matrix, you'll have a clear through line with your sparks. You'll have a lens, and you'll have different formats you can permutate on, and that will actually help you create ideas at scale and get more out of your content ideas. So that being said, I'll see you in the next chapter, our closing remarks.